Warning. The following podcast was recorded by two idiots. It contains vulgar language, vulgar ideas, and poop jokes. If any of this offends you, blow it out your ass.
Son of a bitch bastard!
Let's start this again, shall we? Jesus Christ.
You're fucking retarded.
Hey, Pickle-Licker, wanna play the right intro?
One more time!
Are you ready?
Welcome to another episode of Let Us Cast. It's been a while, my friends.
It has been a very long while, sir.
It is. It's been, what, over a year?
Yeah, I want to say it's been 2 years, actually. I think I think so. I think I went to our YouTube the other day, which is still active. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this, obviously. And I think the last time we posted was like 2 years ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so it's been
Well.
a hot minute, as the kids would say.
What have you learned?
Nothing.
It's been 2 years. What have you learned?
Nothing. Not a damn thing. I'm still the same stupid dude I was before. A lot's happened, obviously, in 2 years, but not much has changed.
Yeah, I mean, the more things change, the more they stay the same, right?
Absolutely.
So the
Yeah,
Cinderella song goes.
Indeed. But hey, we got new digs, we got the new graphics and shit, and
Yeah. Oh, I'm in the Baja right now.
yeah, you are. Are there regulations down there, or?
No, there's no regulations down here. I passed by a rock that looked like a whale, and I went over to scratch its gums before I realized it wasn't real. So I picked it up by the tail and I threw it in the ocean because there's no regulations. You can throw whale rocks in the ocean if you want to.
Oh man, good old Jesse's back.
Yep. Not much has changed.
Oh, I wish that I had Jesse's whale.
See, I would pay to watch Will Sasso do karaoke as Jesse Ventura.
Oh man, that'd be
like,
awesome.
holy shit.
Hell yeah. That'd be fantastic. Then again, I'm pretty sure I would pay Will Sasso to just like read a phone book as Jesse Ventura, or a Sears catalog if that doesn't exist anymore. But you know what I'm saying.
What's a Sears?
What's a catalog?
What's a Nubian?
Yeah, go read Amazon. It'll be about the same thing,
Oh man, but yeah, you've had some interesting shit happening in the last 2 years, man. Like what's been going on, man?
Yeah, so I've been a busy boy. I'm in 3 different bands, well, projects. I wouldn't necessarily say bands. 2 like full bands, and then an acoustic duo. So I've been fairly busy. And one of them, Day to Attend, we just released an album. We put it out on vinyl, which is pretty cool and big for us. And then we just played a gig in February 1st, where we opened up for Ace Frehley, which was absolutely crazy. So it's been a
Fucking
hell of
hell,
a year.
man.
Yeah, and then my other band, we just started working on recording. That band is called the Down Boys, and we just started laying down some tracks for drums and working on our own tunes. So, and then Aaron and I, we were working on a project called Marks and Gates. That's our acoustic duo, and we've got something like 30. No, it's more than that. It's like 40 or 50 songs ready to go that we're gonna start looking to get some gigs out and hopefully start getting some paid gigs in the near future. So.
Oh fucking A, man.
Yeah, lots of irons in the fire, as they say, or fires in the iron, however you want to say it.
I was gonna say, you want to say that again?
Well, no, I said it right the first time. I said it wrong the second time on purpose.
So you needed a second time to screw it up.
Yeah. I needed a second time to intentionally screw it up.
Like, wait, I gotta fuck that up. Wait, how do I go back?
Wait
Oh,
a
right,
minute.
yeah. How many fires do I have in the iron?
Rewrite.
Like, there he is. There's Bruce.
Here I am. Told you, nothing changes, man.
We found him.
What about you, man? What's kicking with you? Anything new? Anything fun? Anything exciting?
We got something going on. Not ready to talk about it just yet. It's not like a big like project. Like, oh my god, dude, I just got hired for a fucking movie or something.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. Just personal shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But one of the things that I learned, like, from working in radio, is like, don't really want to talk about something until it's like in the can. It's like it's good to go.
Yeah.
So something may come along and screw it up, and I'm fully expecting it to, because that's what happens.
The old Charlie Brown with the football thing.
Yeah, it's like it's something I've talked with my therapist about numerous times. Just going like, every time something good comes along, it's just like, be it a week or 10 days before or after. That's kind of like the sweet spot. Something along that screws it up. He's like, well, you can't really think like that. I'm like, but it keeps happening.
You're like, I'm not thinking, I'm observing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, man. There comes a point where you see certain patterns, and it's like, what the hell's going on? It's like, am I just cursed?
Yeah,
or...
it's like, yeah, and it's like, no matter like how much I see the shit flying towards the fan, that I go, okay, well, I see the shit's coming at the fan, and no matter how much I step to the side, I'm still just covered in shit.
There's shit everywhere. There's shit on my walls. That was a terrible movie, but that was kind of a funny scene.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bob Saget, rest in peace.
Bob Saget yelling about shit on a wall.
Yeah.
Man,
well, yeah, because I mean, Danny Tanner, you don't expect if Danny Tanner was screaming about shit on the walls in Full House, I would have fucking watched every episode.
Right.
It's like he's gonna do it again. Watch this.
There he goes.
Watch this. Watch this. Michelle's gonna finger paint on the fucking walls, man. This is gonna drive him nuts.
Oh my god. Should we tell the folks a little bit of our our plans for the podcast as far as like what we want to do?
I mean, we can, sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little inside baseball, but not that bad. But I think people might want to check it out. So, plus, it gives them incentive to maybe check us out some other episodes. But like, obviously, being as into the music scene where I am up here, I was thinking it might be kind of fun for us to kind of start doing, I guess, interviews, for lack of a better term, where I'll bring on some people that I know and just talk, pick their brains and talk about all kinds of shit, how they record, maybe play some of their music, like not live or whatever, but like we'll play some of their tracks if we're allowed to. And that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm not into the music scene like you are, but still, I'm like, shit, I'd like to meet the guys that you're playing with.
Yeah, and it selfishly, it gives me an opportunity to talk to them about stuff that I don't really get to talk to them otherwise about, because it's like we're so involved in whatever it is we're doing at the time that it's usually not like, hey man, how do you feel about like
Yeah.
What do you think about Jesse Ventura?
Just come on like a concerned parent. Like, just like a concerned parent. Like, so what are your intentions with our Bruce?
Yeah. I mean, not like that, but kinda, yeah.
No, just have fun.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
And I am curious about what you think of me. What are your thoughts on the Baja?
What are your intentions with the Baja? Because if you plan to bring regulations there, let me tell you.
What are your intentions with my scrambled eggs? I see the way that you're looking at them.
Oh man. So yeah, just just coming up with new and fun things that we can do on the podcast to kind of change things up a bit, so it's not always just us, coming up here and doing the same old goofy shit. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but just change things up a little bit, keep things interesting.
No, I mean, I'm taking this with the same mindset that I had when we first started podcasting. Is that, number one, this is therapy for me, which good timing, because my last therapy appointment, my therapist said, hey, I'm retiring at the end of April. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that this was oddly very good timing because of that situation.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're starting a podcast again. Oh, by the way, I'm retiring. Motherfucker, there it goes again.
What did I say?
What were we working on for the last 6 years? We're not making progress on this.
And you're leaving me. The plants are gonna die. Do you know what this means? My house will never look green because of you. Oh man, that does suck though. But I mean, hey, hopefully this helps in some weird way.
Yeah. See, just this shit like that too. Just like I'm like again, my goal here is number one, it's therapy for me. Number two, I want to try and make you laugh because I know if I'm making you laugh, chances are I can make somebody else laugh too.
Right.
And you know, I think we can all use fucking laughter right now.
I mean, who can't?
Yeah. Good times, bad times, we all need laughter.
You know, I had my share.
Don't you do that.
Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the Led Zeppelin? Or actually, do you like that song in the first place or no? Probably not, because this is a Zepp song, and I know you don't like Zeppelin.
Yeah, not a fan of Zeppelin.
Did you like the Godsmack version
I know,
of it
right?
when they did it?
I don't think I even heard it.
No? Do you like Godsmack?
No. I mean, I have no problem with Godsmack. Like, I met Soliano once. Cool guy, but...
See, I've heard mixed things about
like...
him. I've never met him myself, but I know a few cats who have met him, and I've heard alternatively that he's a really nice guy and that he's a real fucking prick. But I will say, sadly, that the number of people who said that he's a prick kind of outweigh the number of people who say that he's a good dude. So I don't know. I actually wasn't friends with, but a guy I was in a band with when I was a teenager. They recorded their EP in the same studio that Godsmack was working on one of their follow-up albums. Like after whatever the one that Voodoo was on, like the one that like broke them, the album after that, they were working on that in the same studio as my buddy's band, and they ran into each other a couple of times, and he kind of said that he was a bit of a prick. So I don't know.
All right,
but everybody has bad days too, so you never know.
Yeah. But I mean, it's also like I met him at a convention where he was essentially, being paid to be nice. So who knows?
Then again, as we've talked about previously, so was Lou Ferrigno, and he wasn't, necessarily, I don't know.
Yeah, the best part was we could shit talk and he wouldn't hear it.
Oh, dude.
But he knows what he did.
I already showered, and I feel like I gotta go take another one now. That was dirty.
he knows what, like, look, man, anybody who treats me like a prick, like, fuck you instantly, man.
Yeah, I say that to a lot of people that I like. I've talked to a few people about, or I've met a lot of people in the last 3 years, we shall say, and a lot of the times the main thing that I tell people who don't know me is, I'm not very judgmental, but what I judge people on big time is how you treat people. And if you treat me or somebody that I care about like a prick, then we're not going to get along.
Yeah. No, like I go by the golden rule of, if you're a prick, I'm just going to assume like, okay, maybe it's a bad day at the office kind of thing. Just whatever. If I meet you again and you're still a prick, fuck you.
Yeah. Cause I mean, you got to figure
I want
celebrities.
No part.
Yeah, I mean, you got to figure like celebrities especially are running into people like constantly who just want them for something like an autograph or a selfie, or they're always under public scrutiny and people wanting their attention. So like I can understand having an off day, probably a lot of off days, and I'm sure you get to a point where you're just like everybody just fuck off. Like I wouldn't want to be famous myself because I don't know how I would honestly handle someone coming up to me every 5 seconds asking me for stuff. I'd be like, you know what, I don't, because I'm a pretty private person. Not that I have anything like super secret or anything about me, but I just don't like people into my private life necessarily. So like I don't know if I'd really want a ton of people coming up to me about shit. I'd be like, fuck off.
No, but I know you. I know you as well. Like you're healthy enough where you would like set boundaries. Like if you were out to dinner with somebody, you'd probably say, not right now. Now's not a good time.
Yeah.
If you're like backstage at like a concert and there's like, Mr. Gates, would you sign my guitar pick or whatever? Like, yeah, sure, man. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Context is very important.
I know.
For sure.
Yeah, so context is very, very important. But no, Lou Ferrigno was a prick at a convention where he was being paid to take pictures and sign autographs, and he was a dick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And listen, if I ever got to that point where someone wanted me at a convention or anything and wanted me to sit at a table and just sign my fucking name all day, do you have any idea how grateful I'd be? I'd have the biggest, stupidest smile on my face all day. I'd be like, I'm getting paid for this. Can you believe this? I'm ripping people off. What the fuck? This is crazy. I'd feel so weird about it because it's like, I can't believe I'm getting paid to just sit here and sign my name.
Yeah, like I know you would have what do they call it, like imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
In the sense
Oh,
of
yeah.
like I feel like I shouldn't be here just because like I feel like I don't deserve this.
Yeah, that's another thing about this podcast that's cool that we can get into is we can talk about that kind of stuff because like the psychology of stuff because it's part of like therapy kind of stuff is like I definitely suffer big time from imposter syndrome like all the time. Like I had it a lot when I was a teacher like over the years like I'd get to various stages and I'd maybe run into a student who I was like holy shit this person is like way further ahead than I probably should even be to be teaching them or I at least felt that way or I felt like I needed to know more to be a teacher like or sometimes performing or recording like everybody gets that where like you feel like you shouldn't be where you are and it's just we're all our own worst critic but you just got to keep doing your thing whatever it is and not worry about what other people are going to think about it and say about it because it really doesn't matter as long as you're happy with it that's all that matters or at least that's what I'm trying to do myself so
Yeah, and I mean it's like okay, you feel this way, you feel that like okay, it's imposter syndrome. I don't deserve to be here. I should be lower down on the rung here. I should not be like where I am right now. It's like okay, like if like I'll give you an example. Like the new Superman movie that's coming out. The guy David Gordon Sweat, who's the new Superman. If I saw him in an interview where it's just like I feel like I shouldn't be here. Like I don't know why I got this part. It's like dude, like you've got a once in a lifetime opportunity here.
right
Like James Gunn saw something in you that was just like, you know what, this is him. This is fucking Superman.
right
Like this is the guy that's gonna bring my version to life.
yeah
So, but it's just like that journey of like, from the negative of like I shouldn't be here to the positive of like, you know what, I gave it my all and I got rewarded for it.
Didn't Zach Levi talk about that in his book as well? The what was it called? Something Love.
Tough love.
No,
Yeah, it was like tough love.
was it Tough Love?
Or I think radical love.
Radical
yeah,
Love. Radical Love. Yeah, I think he talked a little bit about that in his book too, when he got the whole Shazam role and not feeling like he was really fit to play Shazam.
Yeah, well, because the thing was, he wasn't even auditioning for Shazam. He was auditioning for, like, I don't know if you saw the movie or not, but his adopted brother, like Freddie, he was auditioning for the adult version of him.
Ah.
But the director saw his audition, and he's just like, that's our Shazam. Like, that's him.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, you do occasionally, in any kind of field, you get people who are in situations that don't belong to be there, for various reasons, like nepotism or whatever it is, like sucking up to people or literally, sucking people to get to where you are. Like, there's a lot of reasons people get to places they don't belong. But, like, thankfully, I feel like there's not as many of those situations now as maybe there used to be. At least I'd like to think that. I don't know if that's true, though.
No, I mean, I think I think sometimes it's more of like an industry of like, who you know rather than like what you know.
Yeah.
Because like fucking Mick Foley got the job with WWE originally because like he knew Jim Ross. Jim Ross knew Mick Foley, and he's like, look, he's a good hand. He always shows up. He's a reliable guy. Like if you give him something, he will give you gold in return.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but I don't want to see his face.
Poor Mick, man.
Yeah.
Did you see he got into a car crash?
I did, and I was just like, I kind of cracked a joke about it because like a buddy of mine like commented on the photo. He's like, "Oh man, Mick, I hope you're all right." And I just underneath I commented, I was like, "By God, that car's got a family," because it showed the car like all smashed up.
Yeah.
And I remembered, I was like, "Oh shit, it's April 1st, April Fools!" Like,
yes,
kind of a rough joke to make here, Mick, but
okay. Yeah, honestly, I thought it was an April Fool's joke. I really did.
Yeah.
And like people were commenting like, you're not supposed to perform your own intro in your theme song or something like that. Like
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I honestly thought it was a joke, but apparently no, he got pretty badly messed up from that. He got a concussion and whatnot. Another concussion, like Mick needs one of those.
Well, no, he also got another one like fairly recently before that too. Like,
did he really?
Within like the last like year and a half. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he was gonna do a match and then didn't he cancel it because of that? Like he was gonna do another death match and then he suffered another concussion, like working out or something like that.
Yeah, he quit doing the podcast because he was gonna do like another like death match and whatnot. And he was gonna start training for it. He was training for it. I don't know what he did, but he ended up with another concussion. He's just like, yeah, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad because I would not have wanted to see another match. I mean, depends on your definition of match, but I still probably wouldn't want to see it anyway. But I definitely wouldn't want to see him in another death match. But if you think about like the match with Bret Hart at WrestleMania with Vince McMahon, which was terrible, obviously, but like if you have to have a last match, if it's going to be something safe like that, you could maybe talk me into doing it. Like, but I don't know. Even that's kind of why bother. You've already left a plenty good legacy. Why do more?
Yeah, you have left work that is going to outlive everybody. I mean, shit, people are still talking about the Hell in the Cell match to this day, and it's been almost 40 years.
That has become a match that people show other people to like get them into wrestling. It's like, hey, are you into wrestling? No. Okay, well here, go watch this, and it's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm sure people think like wrestling, they still kind of have like that 80s mindset where it's just like, oh god, it's fucking Max Moon, or it's Duke the Dumpster Drozy, or Doink the fucking Clown.
Yeah,
or
like living cartoons.
Random shit like yeah.
Yeah. And it was for a little bit, but I mean there's so many different sides to wrestling. It's changed.
Yeah. It has.
You've changed, man.
For the better.
Oh man.
But yeah, man, fucking yeah. So it's always good to just like move away from that negative and just like, you know what? No, I am here. I did this. I earned this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is easier said than done sometimes, but
yeah, because I mean there are people that are out there that they have the mindset of like, well, no, of course I deserve this. I'm me. I deserve everything.
Right.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you do get that in every industry, but I don't know. I don't think it's as common now. I think back in the day there was a lot more. I mean, there is still, you got to know people to get in, but there's not a lot of people just like doing favors either necessarily, I don't feel.
No. I mean, people still get paid, like obviously because you're doing a fucking job.
Well, yeah. But I mean, it's not like someone's like, hey man, if you give my brother a job, I'll help you out in this way. It's not like, I don't feel like that's like, it's certainly not happening in wrestling, I don't feel. I mean, there is a little bit of like families, carry things on or whatever, but I don't think that they're getting in strictly because they're so-and-so's son or cousin or whatever. I think nowadays it's a little bit of a meritocracy than it was before.
Well, no, like some of them are billed. Like, Cody Rhodes goes out and cuts a promo, and they got to remind us, like, oh, he's the son of, the great American, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
How many times did you hear about The Rock's father and grandfather? How many times? Excuse me. Fucking Scott Steiner's. I think it's his son. Is wrestling now? Is Braun Breaker?
Oh, really?
Like he's Intercontinental Champion right now. Yeah.
Oh shit! I mean, I've heard the name Braun Breaker, but I didn't know that was Scott Steiner's son.
Yeah.
Here's the question, though: can he do math?
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's a 164.5% chance that he knows what the odds are.
Oh my god! And I know I'm not. Yeah. I know it's Sid, but and I know I'm not half as smart as you are, but. You're damn right.
I would have laughed so hard. Like if he ever makes like an appearance backstage, or like he's like, gonna escort his kid to the ring for like a WrestleMania moment or something like that, and like somebody cuts a promo backstage and just looks at him and like puts a hand on his shoulders, like, may the odds ever be in your favor, and then just walks off like fucking hell.
Oh my god.
Like I mean, shit. WrestleMania is gonna be in Vegas this year. Somebody's got to take the fucking odds.
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, what are the odds your kids winning tonight? Well, I tell you, there's a 500. Just starts going out on the whole math tangent. Like,
Oh my god. Isn't it going to be in Louisiana next year? New Orleans?
I don't know.
I heard someone
no
saying
idea.
it's going to be New Orleans next year. I don't know if it's true or not. Hell, I don't book the
I don't
event.
know. I'm no booker, man.
Yeah, man, Dustin being the son, or not Dustin, Cody being the son of a plumber.
Yeah.
Or the grandson of a plumber, but that doesn't really, I'm the grandson of a plumber.
Yeah.
I'm the son of a plumber. Did he
But-
stutter? No, he meant that.
Yeah. Like, he meant it. Like, he does that. He means that shit.
Oh man. Oh, and I was also thinking, I'm sure at some point we'll get Ryan and Chris back on. I'm sure we'll have some other familiar faces back on at some point.
Yep. Ryan and Chris have been hounding me for since we stopped podcasting. Like, we got to do it again. We got to do it. It was so much fun. I'm like, it was, but I mean, there's life going on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been over a year. Do I want a podcast? Yeah, Bruce has shit going on. I just would not feel comfortable podcasting without you.
Oh, that touches a brother
Yeah, I
right in his
know,
heart.
You were holding your boob.
Yeah. If I had a center one.
It's like, I'm coming, Elizabeth.
Yeah, it's like, it's a big one. I'm coming for you. Did you ever watch
Love
that
you
show,
for that.
Sanford and Son?
No.
No? Oh man, it was actually pretty
No.
funny.
I think no. He's like that wasn't like a big like show in my household. Like when I was growing up, obviously it was like Transformers, Ninja Turtles,
Yeah.
shit like that. But no, like older like TV shows like that, like All in the Family. Like I didn't start watching All in the Family until I was in like high school. Because like I got I went to, they did this like, not like a craft fair, but it was like a giant like flea market thing at the high school.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody was selling like this old like black and white TV with the rabbit ears and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought that TV for like $5, hooked it up in my room, and like occasionally All in the Family would come on. I would just like hang out and just fucking watch it. I'm like, all right.
That's cool. I think I probably started watching it about high school as well, somewhere in that time frame. Because I mean, it is pretty adult content. I mean, even in the time, it was pretty controversial for a lot of reasons, and it's still. I'd say it's probably even more controversial today. You could never air half of those episodes today, and some of them just got odd, like the one where Edith got raped. Like it got it really like pushed things quite a bit, and it's like you could never do a lot of that stuff today. That's for sure.
No, but I will say though, like it had its fair share of heartfelt moments too, where like
Oh yeah.
After like Edith dies and there's
Oh.
Archie like holding her slipper, and just like that fucking breaks that.
Oh
If that
my
doesn't
God.
break your heart, you're not a fucking human being.
Oh, 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, that was a crazy episode.
Yeah.
And there were some funny moments too, like when they had Sammy Davis Jr. on, and he does the whole "Do you take cream in your eye?" And then Sammy kisses
Or
him
like,
on the
Ar-
cheek.
Yeah, and that's like the picture that Archie has with him.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Like, fucking got one on you, buddy.
And Lionel was awesome in that show too, always making fun of Archie. He likes it when I say I'm going to be an electrical engineer.
Hey, Lionel.
Yeah, you don't remember Lionel? I think he lived next door. He was, I don't know if he was the Jefferson's kid or whatever, but he was the dude who came over. He was a friend of Michael there, Meathead.
All right, yeah, because he might have been, because like wasn't the Jeffersons was a spinoff of All in the Family, was it not?
It was, yeah, yeah.
All right,
Moving on up
it's like
to the east side. All right, sorry, I'll stop.
yeah.
You're like,
please. For the love of God!
once again, it's been years, and this is the best you come up with is moving on up with the jazz pointing. Go back to the drawing board, sir.
Like, and you opened for Ace?
And my only response is, ack.
It's like, Bruce, why don't you go sit in the corner right now? There's about a 53.75% odd that I'm going to wind up with my boot up your ass. And then you realize that I'm 50% taller than you are, so that adds another 50%. So that adds up to 175,000% that there's going to be a boot in your ass.
I'm not sure if that really works like that, Paul Steiner. Big Papa.
All right, Bruce, now you listen to me,
Big Papa Starchild.
I know the odds.
What are you gonna do? Give me a Frankenstrutter?
It's like Paul, you sure know something.
Oh man,
that's a Kiss joke for those of you that get it.
I don't know. It could have been a bit of a deuce, that one.
Hey,
but it's okay.
Not here to crack jokes.
You can shock me. It'll make me feel better.
You know what?
Are you becoming a war machine over there?
I thought I was made for loving these jokes, but I'm not.
Oh, man.
Bruce, where's your charisma?
It's gone. Oh, shit.
Good God.
Can always rely on
He's cracking all these jokes. He's just cracking all these jokes like he's fucking Mr. Speed over here, man.
Oh, God.
Keep this up, you'll be a hard luck woman.
Well, that's a rocket ride I just might have to endure, I guess.
But I tell you, Bruce, you keep this up, you're gonna be an all-American man.
Oh my God, could you imagine Kiss doing American Males? American Males!
Like, I can't even picture Kiss performing live without recordings.
Well, fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Them, Motley Crue.
So speaking of Kiss and them performing, a lot of people are pretty butthurt about them getting back together and doing a reunion show after they just did that whole big retirement and whatnot, end of the road tour. Are you surprised at all? I mean, you're a big Kiss fan.
I'm not at all.
Would you say that you have a 0.6582% chance of being surprised? And if you add that with the percentage of the likelihood of them doing it again, would you say it adds up to about 127% chance of a surprise?
All right, Big Papa Dump. Enough of the fucking math jokes. They're getting exponentially worse. That's right.
For all those people who have tuned in for the math
head of
jokes.
the class.
Yes.
That's why I want to do this podcast. Just that reaction out of you. I fucking love that.
Yes.
Makes me feel like I'm important.
The reason people tune in is for all the math and scholarly jokes. As if people tune in.
Like, wait, this isn't an official Mensa podcast. Like, what tipped you off that it wasn't?
What was the first hint? Oh man, I'm 125% sure that it's.
Oh man, but
So yeah, are you
Anyway.
shocked at all about the them coming back in another show?
no,
Yeah, I didn't think so.
no, because like number one, like fucking Motley Crue came back.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it was the popularity of the Dirt. And it's like,
You're like, really?
I saw the Dirt, like when it first came out, and I was like, there was like so much in the fucking book that wasn't in there. And I'm like, you know what, man? Like, this is a book where it should have been a fucking like a mini series.
Hmm.
Like if they just made like a 6 or 7 episode like mini series, they would have nailed that. But now they're just like, shit, we got to tell the entire story of Motley Crue in like an hour and a half. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you guys can do, like, you're fucking Netflix. Like, at the time, you've got the fucking money here.
Yeah, really. I've never read the book, but I've got to imagine. I mean, how long was their career? It was pretty long. I mean, that alone would tell you that it would probably warrant a series. You know, it's not like they were together for a year. You know, and it's like, okay, yeah, you could probably, squeeze.
Yeah,
it
figure
in.
like, I don't know, 1981, they probably get together, I think, if I remember right. So you figure like 81 to, 20, like, I don't know, 2019 or something like that. Like, you're talking like, about 40 years.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah.
And to wrap all of that up, like you
So-
said, in an hour and a half is like that's a tall order.
Yeah. But it's also like you have the book, like you have the script. It's almost like somebody saying like, all right, we're gonna make a Batman movie based on this comic book. We don't know what the hell we're doing. Let's just make it an hour and a half. It's like, guys, like you have everything here. Like you have this script. Like this is already written out for you. Like you have storyboards. Like you're ahead of the curve right now. You have the dirt. You can fucking do this.
Seriously.
But I mean, you can also, if you take the new songs that they came out with for that movie, so like, oh, we gotta do some new music for it. Like,
Oh yeah, didn't
okay,
they do like
great.
an album
Take a
for it or
shot.
something, or no? Did they do a full album?
yeah, they did a like a full like soundtrack with like 3 new songs, and on those 3 new songs, every time you just hear the phrase "the dirt," take a shot, you'll be drunk in no time.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's
On,
like,
on all
good
3 of
God,
the new
guys,
songs?
like, yeah.
Jeez, man. That's
Like I
obnoxious.
challenge anybody, go look up. I challenge anybody, go look up the fucking lyrics for the new songs that they had for there. I'm not talking like the new mini album they just released like a month or 2 ago, like where they covered fucking "You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party" by the Beastie Boys.
What'd you think of that?
Whew.
Yeah. So here's the thing,
Well,
man. Day to
There's
attend.
100% chance I didn't like it.
Day to Attend actually covers that song. It's a song that Jeff, the lead singer of the band, he has been covering that as their last song in a lot of bands that he's been in over the years. So they've been doing it for a while, and we still do it to this day. And like we listened to that cover, and we were like, "Holy shit, we do it better than Motley Crue." That's kind of sad. Like they're a national act,
Yeah.
and we sound better than fucking Motley Crue. That's not good.
No, that's not good at all.
No, like if I say, I don't know if I sent you the video of us playing at the Ace show, but like we had the crowd singing back to us the "Fight for Your Right to Party" thing, that chorus or whatever, and like that's
Yeah, they're fucking into it, man.
yeah, but like I don't know, the Motley Crue version was just not good.
Yeah, like that version makes me want to go home and go to bed early.
Yeah,
Like it's just like it's the horse from Ren and Stimpy. It's like, oh sir, I don't like it.
yeah, and like I like John
There's nothing
Five.
more that needs-
John Five's a great guitar player, but I think he just way overdid it. Like if he did half of what he did, it would have sounded probably pretty cool. But like, I think everybody on that track just overplayed the shit out of it, you know. And I know that they probably wanted to like rock it up, give it some more like, you know, attitude or whatever. But I don't know, they kind of like put a little too much paint on it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, no, don't get me wrong. Like Motley Crue can do good covers. Like their cover of Anarchy in the UK. Like, all right, I dug that.
I don't know if
That's
I heard
cool.
that.
Like it added. It's pretty good. um, but I was just like, all right, it added to it. It was like, okay, you know, here's Motley Crue, like, you know, one of America's most notorious fucking rock bands at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and covering that song, like, it has a different meaning there. Like, it sounded different, it stood out, but it was still familiar.
Yeah.
This one, it was just like, you know, hey guys, check out our drunken band's karaoke game.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, it just sounded
and
a little like it sounded tight, but at the same time like kind of all over the place. It's hard to explain, but I guess if you go listen to it, like it feels too busy. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, it felt like
Like they just threw a bunch of shit at the
didn't-
wall and just kept all of it.
Well, it's like, it's the other thing too. It's like, okay, number one, the song wasn't great. I absolutely expected more from them than that.
Yeah,
Two,
I'm not a big fan
like,
of that
two-
song either. It's you know, if you're gonna cover a Beastie Boys song, I would go Sabotage any day of the week before Fight for Your Right to Party. But that's just me.
Yeah, but it's also like, okay, this was like a 3 song like release, not like a brand new album. It's just like, hey, here's a CD with like 3 new songs from us.
Like an EP kind of
Like,
thing.
okay, one of them, kind of, yeah. Which fucking Newberry Comics was charging like well over $10 for it. It's like, dude, it's 3 fucking songs. Like, come on. But it's also like, you know, this is John Five's like intro into the band here. Like, he's been playing shows with them, but like, hey, let's see what he brings like songwriting wise to Motley Crue. You know, I'm sure it's a fucking relief for Nikki because it's like, fuck, I don't have to write everything. Like, this is great. Like, this is a guy like, you know, we can fucking think mutually here. Like,
Yeah.
we know what the other one's thinking. We know what the other one can do.
Yeah.
You know, bounce ideas off each other. And then somebody was just like, let's cover the Beastie Boys fucking Fight for Your Right to Party. I don't know who the hell that was that made that suggestion. But there is a very high window that they should have been thrown out of.
Seriously. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. There's no reason that Motley Crue should be covering the Beastie Boys, or at least I don't know, not that song. It's such low-hanging fruit, and I know I just said that, you know, one of the bands that I'm in plays it, but like, it's kind of like a tradition for them. So like, it's not like it's new.
Yeah.
Like it's not like someone just one day was like, hey, let's just fucking do like. He's been doing it for a long time, but it's not one of my favorite
Yeah,
songs either.
but
I'll tell you that. It's pretty low hanging fruit for me. It's a stupid
Yeah,
easy song
it's
too.
also-
It's like 3 chords, you know, and it's I could fall asleep playing
Yeah,
that
but
song.
it's
Bruce, oh,
I mean,
sorry.
it's like, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
There's a 1,000% chance I was sleeping just now.
It's like there's a 2,000% chance we all were too.
Seriously.
But but no, like that I get. Like that, okay, that's a tradition for him. Like, has he like put it out on like an album or anything like that? Probably not, right?
No.
Just something fun to do at the like if Motley Crue like did that at like one of the shows and whatnot, like, all right, cool, you can kind of get away with that. Like, all right,
Yeah.
you know, it's a cool little party song, and you know, for an American rock band like Motley Crue, hell yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's, I don't know, like it didn't make sense for them to be like, let's put it on an album or an EP or whatever the fuck we want to call it now.
Yeah.
Like it really just made no sense. It was mind-boggling that they're just like, well, we need some new songs. Well, here's a cover song. What the fuck?
Yeah. And like you said, as a way to like introduce John 5 into the fold, and you know, like you said, I would expect to hear like some of his writing in the band now because, well, he's a member of the band, you know. But nope, you're gonna get a cover instead.
Like it,
And not even a cover that they like super made their own way. I mean, all they really did was speed it up and add a bunch of nonsense. Like it's not really making it
like I said, it was
style.
yeah, like I said, man, like it was like you hear that at karaoke,
Yeah.
you know. I don't go to see Motley Crue for karaoke. I go to well, I mean, you kind of do if you're paying a ticket to fucking see them live.
Well, yeah, exactly. Speaking of using recordings.
Yeah, which I mean, Nikki's already said like, yeah, we use it, and it's like, okay, well, a little bit of respect there for at least admitting that you fucking do it. Unlike Kiss,
Right.
but it's also like you go there because of like, okay, it's an atmosphere, it's a big fucking rock band, there's pyro, there's fucking hot girls on the stage and whatnot, and there's Vince like just struggling to sing every third word of a fucking song that he's been singing for 30 fucking years.
Which is a 7,500% chance that he's gonna sing it poorly.
Okay, Bruce, this is an intervention. We need to subtract the math jokes here.
I don't know. They're
You're
multiplying.
way too much of a math head. you're too much of a math head. We gotta send you into rehab for this.
Just call me the Walter White of Long Division, sir. You know, I've never seen that show. Have you ever seen Breaking Bad or no?
Never have.
No, me neither. I never had an interest in it.
There's a lot of shows like I haven't watched because they've been so fucking like they're just overhyped.
Yeah, same here.
And it's just like I remember people losing their shit like, oh my god, Stranger Things is a fucking amazing show, and I watched it. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll give it a shot. How many episodes should I give it? They're like, oh, give the first season, give it like 4 episodes. Okay. I watched the whole first season, which was like 7 episodes, 8 episodes, something like that. And I was like, you know what? This just doesn't feel like it's for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, you don't get it. You don't get it. It's like, look, I'm glad you see something in this show that I don't, and that you enjoy it. But don't shit on me because because I didn't find it.
Right. Different strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you remember the hell was the name of that show? The Shield.
Yes.
You remember that?
I do. I never watched it, but I remember it, yeah.
I watched a few episodes of that because one of the guys I was working with in radio, he's like, oh, this is a really good show. You got to check this out. I watched a few episodes, kind of got the attitude of it. I was like, again, not a fan of this.
Yeah.
And he goes, you know what? All right. At least you gave it a shot. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to give a lot of things a shot, but like you said, when things are like really, really hyped up, I tend to almost avoid those, like even kind of subconsciously, because it's like it's so hyped up that how could I possibly see whatever it is everybody else sees in it? Because like people are going gaga for this shit, and I don't watch a lot of TV in the first place, so I don't think it's something I'd really even be into, like Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad. I never got into The Shield, a lot of that shit. Like I just never got into it. Or there's some that I got into for a little while and then dropped out, like Weeds and The Walking Dead, and
yeah,
they all jumped the shark at some point, and everybody has a different moment where the season or the series jumps the shark. But I think the only TV show that I would 100% stand behind the entire series is The Americans. That was a really good show.
I'll have to check that out because I haven't watched that.
You might not dig it. I mean, it's not for everybody. It's about 2 spies living in the Cold War era who have to like pretend to be Americans basically, and they live right next door to an FBI agent.
All right.
So it's kind of interesting, and a lot of crazy shit
thankful.
happens, obviously, but it's a good show.
Yeah.
And one of the cool things about it is they ended it like on their own terms. Like in other words, like they didn't get canceled or whatever. They got to see it to its completion, which I don't know if I necessarily like the completion, but they at least got to finish it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the same thing like The Sopranos. Like the guy ended it the way he wanted to.
Yeah.
And I loved his response. Where everybody's like, "Oh, you're gonna make more Sopranos, like more episodes?" Like, how? Everybody's fucking dead.
Right. I mean, I've never seen it, but I've heard about that show, and it's like when this guy got off, it's like who's left? I mean, I know Tony's dead, obviously, so it's like, How do you have a show without Tony?
Well, yeah.
And I,
Which,
and
I
I
mean,
don't just mean the character. I
yeah,
also mean the guy who played him. Unfortunately, has also passed away. But like,
yeah.
I don't know.
But
I don't know how you do it.
well, I mean, his son played a younger version of him in like a movie that they had made.
Oh, really? I didn't know
So
that.
I'm like, all right, yeah, yeah. Like, didn't get a lot of attention. Like, I didn't watch it because I was like, fuck, I'm not a fan of The Sopranos. Like, my mom and dad loved The Sopranos.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
they watched every episode, and I was like, shit, all right, good on you guys.
yeah, a lot of people did.
But
I never watched that one either, though. The Sopranos.
yeah, like the only shows like recent shows that I've watched, I'm still a little bit behind on them. I'm still like half a season behind on the last season of was it Chucky,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still trying to just be like, fuck, when am I gonna get around to watching that? Like
Is that
it's
one any
almost
good?
becoming like a
Is
chore
that
at this
decent?
point.
Or?
It's pretty good. Like if you saw the last like two like Child's Play movies that came out, like the actual ones like with Brad Dourif as the voice of Chucky,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of like continue that story, and it's pretty damn good.
I thought Mark
Um,
Hamill was doing the voice for him, or is that not?
That was the reboot that they did, and I mean I got my money's worth because I got to say Mark Hamill. I got to hear Mark Hamill say "dick cheese," so I'm like, you know what? I'm like, you know what? I heard Luke Skywalker say "dick cheese," so you know what? You got my money, fair trade.
You win.
You win.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
You win. You win. You
Yeah.
got it.
But so now Brad Dourif though is back doing the voice not only in movies but also in the TV series as well.
Yeah.
No shit.
And like yeah, because the guy that created Chucky, Don Mancini, he's the one that's like, created it, wrote a few episodes, directed a majority of them. So it's still his thing. So I'm like, all right, that I can kind of get behind that. That's awesome. All right.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, Brad Dourif is the voice of Chucky. Much like for me, Kevin Conroy is the voice of Batman, and Mark Hamill is the voice of Joker. Like, it's just that's what you picture in your mind.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, like I'm actually watching a new show. Like Kevin Conroy like did the voice for the show. Like he recorded the lines before he passed away. And so far the show's been pretty damn good. So I'm like, all right, like Kevin Conroy was a point for me to like kind of start watching it. I was familiar with the game that was based on, and it's pretty fucking good. I like it. So it's, for anybody out there that wants to watch it, it's Devil May Cry.
Oh, I think I've heard of the
It's
game.
pretty damn-
I didn't know they had a show based on it too, though.
Yeah, like they just released it like a month ago. I finally got around to like watching it. Like I'm 6 episodes into it. Like I just did like a massive fucking like watch of it yesterday
Like
because
a
I'm like,
binge.
fuck it, I got the time. I'm gonna check this out.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. I get all kinds of
Just
recommendations
binge
for like
movie.
movies and books and shit, and I don't know, I just never get around to it. I guess I'm just a dick, but I'm also involved in a lot of shit. I teach, I work full time, I'm in a bunch of bands and shit. Like trying to maintain a social life, it's a lot to balance.
Yeah, so you really like break down your day. You've got like maybe 33% of 15 minutes for your own time.
Which is a good
That doesn't
45
equal
minutes
out to
or
much.
so.
Back to the math show. You fucking math head.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I started that. Starting to get back into watching Invincible, which is pretty fucking good too. That's on Amazon.
What's that? What's that one?
So that was based on the comic called Invincible, where it's basically like this. Imagine this for a stretch: an evil version of Superman, voiced by J.K. Simmons, named Omni-Man. Comes from another planet, has a family on Earth, and like his son, like in his like late teens, like finally develops like superpowers and whatnot, and like it shows him becoming superpowered, getting his own costume and like learning the ropes and whatnot. And then he finds out that his dad's plan was he was supposed to conquer Earth, and he's like, look, I love your mom, but she's more of a pet than anything. And it just goes on from there, and it's pretty fucking good.
That's crazy. Is it supposed to be literally
Yeah, it is.
like Bizarro, or is it supposed to be like somebody else's take on that? Like it's supposed to be a version of that, but it's not legit Bizarro.
It's not legit Bizarro. It's just basically like look up a picture of like Omni Man. That's like the J.K. Simmons character,
Okay.
and you'll just be okay. Yeah, it's like an older like evil version of Superman with a mustache.
Huh. That they did not
Which
have to CGI out again.
No. Just looked like a platypus's taint.
Yeah. How do you know what a platypus's taint looks like, sir?
Research. God damn it!
You're in the Baja. There's no regulations. You can do that.
Like, hey Scott, what do you think about platypuses in the Baja? The fat. You know, platypuses can be fat down in the Baja. There's no regulations about how big these bastards can get.
Oh my god.
You see them squirming on the sand eating mangoes, and they like it when you go up to them and scratch their tails. They go If you scratch their tails just right, they go out and build a dam for you. Like, they'll make it out of scrambled eggs if you ask them nicely enough. And they can do it because there's no regulations down in the Baja.
We call it a platydam.
We call it a Scrabble Puss Dam.
A Scrabble Puss Dam. Oh my god. What the hell have you been eating?
Scrambled eggs and platypus.
And platypus. Is it platypus or platypi?
I don't know. They call it pad thai down here.
They call it platypig.
They call it poisonous long flat pig.
Oh, dude, I listened to this podcast, Hardcore History with Dan Carlin, and I'm listening to it's a 6-part series about the Second World War, and he talks about in one of the conflicts how there was cannibalism and how the people who were engaging in the cannibalism would refer to eating like the white soldiers, like Americans and British, as white pig, and eating anybody else as black pig. And I was like, oh my god, that's like legit Jesse Ventura shit right there. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
You know, back in the Japanese conflict, they would call us white pig.
Except for the guy with no arms and no legs. They threw him in the ocean. They called him a Coney Island whitefish.
Man.
The rest of us just called him Bob.
Oh.
We still don't know why to this day, but we're pretty sure he got the joke too.
He was a big fan of mangoes.
If you go down to the water, you could scratch Bob's gums. He liked it when you did that.
Although there was a 50% chance that there was a 60% chance that that he'd fart and propel himself away accidentally, so you'd have to swim out to go catch up to him.
You know, he would look like me flying over the audience, just...
You're looking for someone,
right over
but it's not Bob.
He's not here anymore. He farted and went that way.
Ack! Oh, man. So, I have a date tonight, well, this afternoon in a little bit. So once we wrap up with this thing, I have a date with somebody that I think I told you about, but I'll tell you more about off air if I haven't already.
Well, shit, dude. Why the hell are you wasting time with me, man?
Because I got plenty of time, sir. I've already gotten mostly ready. I just got to do a few more things before I head out, but we got plenty of time.
I'm writing this time down as just a charitable donation. Gonna get an early start on my taxes for next year.
Yeah, right. Oh man, I had somebody else do my taxes this year because I hate doing them. I think I'll do it myself next year though because it is kind of expensive, and next year it should be a lot easier. So I'm hoping I'll get more money back.
Yeah, like it. Fun fact: I'll fucking throw you this inside baseball. It cost me about $160 to have somebody else do my taxes for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So state tax, I got back a little bit more than like I think it was about $550.
Mm-hmm.
And then federal tax. How much do you think I got back for federal tax?
$50.
Less than that.
Less than $50? Did you have to
Less
pay?
than $50. Yeah.
You had to pay?
Well, no, I didn't have to pay federal tax. No, I didn't have to pay federal tax. I thought you meant that you have to pay for somebody to actually fucking do that.
No. I mean, like,
Yeah.
because sometimes when it works out, you don't actually get a refund. You actually have to pay. I've had that happen. Like my second year up here, that sucked balls.
No. I got back in federal taxes $2.
$2?
This is the second year in a row where the lady called me. She's like, "Hey, your taxes are done." You know, she went over everything, and she laughed over the phone when talking about my federal taxes. Because last year, I got $1 in federal taxes back.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Jeez, man. I don't know if it would be different if you lived in New Hampshire, but there's no state tax up here, so you might be extra fucked.
Yeah, I'd be extra screwed.
Oh my god. That sucks, man. $2. Where's my $2? That's all I can think of is Better Off Dead. You ever see that flick, Better Off Dead?
I might have.
Oh, it's good, man. You should watch it. It's an 80s classic.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it. Like, it's not coming to mind. I'm thinking of like another movie. It's like Danny DeVito and Norm Macdonald, Dave Chappelle. It's like I think it's called like Screwed.
Oh yeah, totally different movie.
Nah, my brother, my brother tried to get me to watch it. I haven't watched it like to this day. He's been trying for like 5 fucking years.
Well, we went the same con actually where we met Lou Ferrigno. I met the guy who played. I don't remember his character's name in Better Off Dead, but he played Booger as well in Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh yeah, from Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, same guy.
Okay.
So I met him at the
Okay,
same convention actually, and I have his autograph hanging up, and it just says "Buck Up, Little Camper," which is from that movie. It's fucking hilarious. Every time I look at it, I'm like,
Yeah.
love that guy.
Buck up, little Bruce.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anytime I'm feeling bad, I just go in the other room and I go, "Buck up, little camper."
Do you know what the market value of this mountain snow is?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it's from that movie. The other funny stuff
I
from
remember
that
you
movie
talked-
is the brothers who pull up next to them and they talk like Howard Cosell. What do you think is worse, not being able to speak a word of English or learning how to speak English from watching Howard Cosell? Here we are at the starting line. Fucking hilarious, man.
See, that look you're giving me is like, go work on a Howard Cosell impression.
Go do it.
Make this funnier.
Gee, Richie, I'm sorry your mom blew up, but the doctors say if she stays away from spicy food, she'll be okay. I love
Here
that
we
movie.
are making jokes about spicy food. There's about a 75% chance after this that Bruce is going to get something and shit his britches.
Yes, indeed.
I'm Baja Cosell.
Oh man.
Buck up, little camper.
Oh man. All right, man. What do you think? You want to call this a day, wrap her up, and
Yeah.
we'll be back at it. What in another 2 weeks, right? We're gonna start off doing this bi-weekly.
Yeah, we're going to start doing this all bi-weekly and just kind of see where things go.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
then,
we'll
yeah.
see how things are doing.
That's what I can-
I'm not gonna spill your tea, but we'll see how things are going in 2 weeks for you. But hopefully you'll be good to go. I'm sure you will be though.
Spoiler alert, I might be high out of my fucking mind.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
It's like, hey, Andrew, how'd your week go? Holy shit.
There's an 8,000% chance that I can't feel my face right now.
Pineapples.
Don't step on the white ones. Hot lava. Pineapples.
Fuck. I was waiting for that. Yeah, we can wrap up here, or we have a new segment we can debut, or if you want to
Hit me with it. Hit me with it. We'll do it real quick.
All right. So, I figure what we can do. Let's kind of pick Bruce's brain a little bit.
Oh shit!
So I went on. So just kind of like a life advice kind of thing. So I went on Reddit. There's a section called AITH or AITA.
Yeah, am I the asshole? Yeah. Yes.
So I figure like, okay, let's grab a situation here. Let's kind of get Bruce to kind of weigh in on it. Is this person an asshole, or are they justified, or is everybody a fucking asshole in this?
All right, hit me with it.
Let's see if we can get him to go full Jim Cornette on this one.
Listen, motherfucker, goddamn.
Everybody's a fucking asshole with extra cheese.
Yeah, right.
So, title for this one: am I the asshole for refusing to consider being an organ donor for my abusive father, even after my siblings begged me to save him?
Okay, I've already got an opinion, but I'll save it for right now. I'll hear the whole story.
Yeah, because, I mean, context is king, right?
100%.
Okay.
At least 45% of the time, anyway.
Not even going to dignify that with a response.
Fair. Don't deserve it. Go ahead.
I'm just going to throw a rock at a stop sign later and just pretend it's you cracking math jokes. Dunk! Make you multiply that one, you fuck! Go ahead!
Make my day, fuckwad.
Buck up, little substitute teacher!
Oh, man. Alright, hit me with it.
Oh, okay, so starts off. My father was abusive to me, 20-year-old male, but was never abusive to my siblings, all 8+ years younger than me. We're full siblings. He is my father as much as theirs. But he always treated me like shit, and our mother allowed it, so I don't have anything too nice to say about her either. In her own way, she tried to be there for me, but she didn't save me from him, and she sure as hell didn't prioritize making my life better. He goes on. The abuse my father inflicted on me was physical and emotional, and it lasted my entire childhood. I know he never did the same to my siblings. They told me, and I know not everyone can see it, but I have witnessed him with them, and the difference is night and day. I'd even say he was a good parent to them if I didn't exist. He could be called a good father overall. But I was there, and he did abuse and hate me, and he didn't care what happened to me. I'm not going into specifics about which organ or what his condition is, but my father is now sick and needs a transplant. Think kidney or liver. I'll also say it wasn't self-inflicted, this condition, because I know that gets asked when stuff like this comes up. My mother and siblings were all tested and didn't match. My father's siblings and some of their kids were tested. There wasn't a match. Some of his friends got tested and they weren't a match. They have him on the transplant list, but he gets sicker and they don't know if a match will come forward in time. My siblings reached out to me to ask to get tested and donate if I'm a match. They told me it's looking really bad and he could die. They said that they can't lose him and they know I hate him, but they know he put me through hell and abused me. But they wanted me to do it for them instead of him, so they can have him for another however many years. They were pleading and frantic, and even offered to make sure I got some money from our parents to make up for everything. I feel bad for them and how awful they felt, but I told them I couldn't put myself through something like that to save his life. I said even for them, it was too big of an ask. They brought up how serious this is again, and I told them that I know it won't be from me if he gets what he needs. I told them I needed them to accept it and focus on being there with him. They said some stuff after. I don't go into all of it. I'm not even mad because they're still young and their experience with the man is different than mine. None of them were ever abused. Wraps up. But I have grappled with, should I have agreed for them
at least getting tested and knowing if everyone else wasn't a match, the likelihood that there was a tiny anywhere I could have spared the upset. Am I the asshole?
I'm gonna go with no, you're not an asshole because at the end of the day, like it's your organ that you're donating, and whether or not like let's. I'm just gonna use an example because we don't know what it is. They don't say out of the privacy or whatever. So let's just use one. Like if it's a kidney or I mean, obviously whatever they're donating is something they can afford to donate or they wouldn't be able to donate it. So regardless of
Sure.
that, regardless of that though, if someone has abused you and left you to a point where you don't want to even save their life, then clearly it was pretty bad. You have to have done something pretty awful for someone to make you feel that way, and you can't you can't belittle their feelings about what happened to them from that abuse. So for them to take the defense and be like, well, no, I don't want to save his life, I think that's totally in their right. It's their body, they because they have to go through an equal trauma of going through the surgery of having the thing removed and recovering from that and blah 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 blah. So like it's not like it's just hey, here's my whatever the fuck, have a nice day and I'll see you later, good luck. It's like it's a big thing, it's surgery, like it's not a minor thing. So I think they're totally in the right to say no, I don't want to do it.
Fully agree, man. Like I have a member of my family that where if they had come to me and said, "Hey, he needs, a kidney or some type of donation to help him," like in a way, I would feel a little bit differently because, like, I don't want to say what relative it is, Bruce. I'm sure you know which one it is.
No idea. No.
But there's always jokes with this one. Always jokes with him. Anyways, but there is a person in my family that is attached to them as well. Um, blood related as well, but just going like, okay, shit. This person has just mentally abused me my entire life. There was physical abuse at times. Do I really want to help this person? And I think ultimately, I don't know what I would do in that situation. Like that person's situation, fuck yeah, I'd say fuck you, get fucking lost.
It's hard, man.
It's like yeah. It's like in that situation, it's like, okay, well, I asked for help numerous times, and you guys did nothing to help me. Now you're coming to me begging me for help. Why should I help you?
Right. I mean, I think for me, I don't know how you feel about it, probably differently, but I think that if it were something less invasive, like if someone needed blood, like if I had to donate blood to help save somebody that I didn't necessarily care for, I would probably do that because it's non-invasive, right? Giving blood's not that big of a deal. You get a cookie and some juice and you go home and you have, you fucking play Xbox, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? But like, it's not that bad. But to give a kidney or a liver or whatever the fuck, like that's a lot to ask, especially if someone you don't like. But I could still see at the same time not even wanting to give blood if you really don't like them that much. Everything is perspective and context. Like, it really depends on what your experience is, but your experience is valid, and if your experience says, fuck you, I don't want to help you, I think that's totally valid,
Wait, one moment, though. Go back to this cookie you mentioned.
You don't get cookies when you give blood?
I haven't been able to give blood in a while, but
Well,
no, I do remember, like, dude, like, they gave me more incentive to, like, donate blood before I wasn't able to. Because they had, like, a little, like, Mrs. Fields, like, chocolate chip cookie warmer, like, inside the fucking thing. And they were like, oh, would you like a cookie? Yeah, fuck yeah. She's like, okay, here you go. And there's, like, packets of Oreos, the Biscoffs or whatever the hell they're called.
Hell yeah.
Shortbread cookies. Like, yeah, there's a variety there. And I'm like, fuck you. Like, this is awesome, man.
I should give blood all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, why don't more people do this?
Oh, man.
So, but no, in a situation where it's like it's you're essentially being asked to help a bully.
Yeah.
And this like be it like a kidney or liver or whatever have you, like I don't personally think that you helping them is going to get them to change. It's not going to make up for all the years of physical or mental abuse.
Right.
I think that father in that situation the only thing he would learn is that, like, well, okay, now anytime I need help, I can ask him. He'll do it.
Right. Right.
And it's like, well, no.
Yeah, shit shouldn't work
Yeah,
that way.
Yeah, and it's like there was an old boss of mine. Like if I had found out that like I'm a perfect match for him for a kidney transplant or something like that, and they reached out like, we need you to donate a kidney and blah blah blah. Like, no, I'm like all I'm going to do is I'm going to go out, buy a megaphone, get closer to you, and then scream, "Go fuck yourself."
Oh man.
Yeah, like this guy, he was the kind of boss where it's like if I was locked in a room with him and Hitler and I had a gun with 2 bullets, I would probably shoot him twice and pistol whip Hitler to death, and then piss on both of them.
You've had some pretty shitty jobs
Yeah,
over the years.
I've had some shit. Well, believe it or not, like that was my favorite job. Like I loved the job that I did. I loved the people that I worked with, which is a fucking rare combo.
Yeah. But sometimes
But
a
it was
bad
just-
manager can really ruin it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a bad manager, shits all over it.
100%, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, buck up, little Bruce. You got a
Fuck
date
up,
later.
little camper. Fuck up, you little math head.
Oh man.
Good times, sir. Good times. I look forward to our next one,
Yeah.
dude.
Definitely. I know Ryan and Chris are gonna see this and just go like, hey,
When's it happening?
so we're on in 2 weeks, right? Like,
Bring them on. We're ready. We're ready.
schedule permitting, we will bring them on.
Yeah, schedule and schedule and everything permitting, of course.
Yeah, because I mean, Chris for literal inside baseball, works at the home stadium for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Hell yeah.
So, if they're doing like a 10-game homestand, like he's probably not going to want a podcast.
Right.
He's going to be there like at least 12 hours a fucking day.
Right.
So, and like he has like an hour commute to like get there and then get home. So
We'll see.
So
what
I don't know.
happens.
Maybe. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we can talk to them individually. We can talk to them as a group if we can find the scheduling for it. But
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. The odds are pretty good with us.
All right, man.
All right, Bruce, you got anything you want to plug before we head out here?
Well, no, you can check. Well, I guess actually I do. You can check out Day to Attend. You can also check out Down Boys and Marks and Gates, all on Facebook. Go check all those different projects out, and hopefully you enjoy at least one of them. How about you, man?
I mean, you're in 3 projects. There's at least a 33% chance that somebody's gonna like one of them.
That's true. That's true. That math checks out.
No. That maths. No, I got nothing to plug, but if everything goes well in like 2 weeks, I'll have a pretty interesting fucking story. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we'll kind of go from there. I'll say this now. I have to give up caffeine, so I'm gonna be a grouchy piece of shit.
Yeah, that'd be tough for me too, man, to be honest.
Can I tell you a quick story before we head out? I'll take a quick
Yes,
story.
although I
Quick
do have to
story.
piss really bad, so I hope it's really quick.
It is really quick. So, my drink of choice is a Zevia energy drink. It's cola flavored and it's like 125 milligrams of caffeine. Depending on the day, I've had anywhere between 3 days on 3 of those on my best day, and like my record for most of the day was about 8 of them. So, yeah, I need to quit.
Yeah, I would say that's a lot.
I need to quit.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
You gotta go to rehab, son.
But anyways, and you need to go to the bathroom.
Yes, I do. Or-
Fuck up, little bladder.
Or my room's gonna look like the Baja.
The ocean's gonna be all yellow.
All right, man. Well, it's been real and fun. Looking forward to the next one,
Definitely, man. Absolutely. Everybody take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. And, you know, look in my eyes. What do you see?
Oh my god.
Let's go WrestleMania. This is going to be awesome.
Peace.
Later, everybody.